I remember the exact moment the world went silent. It wasn't a peaceful quiet. It was the deafening silence of everything breaking at once. The sound of a dream shattering. Lying there, whether on the asphalt, the gym floor, or staring at a termination letter. The feeling was the same. This is it. This is the end. The initial shock gave way to a cold, creeping darkness. Days blurred into a monotonous gray. The questions started, whispered in the quiet of the night. Why me? What did I do to deserve this? Each question was a shovel, digging the hole of despair a little deeper. The world kept spinning, but I was stuck, trapped in a moment of failure, replaying it over and over. It felt like a life sentence, and the weight of it was crushing. I looked in the mirror and didn't recognize the person staring back. The spark was gone, replaced by a hollow emptiness. This wasn't just a setback. It was an annihilation of who I thought I was. And in that darkness, something strange happens. When you hit rock bottom, you discover a new kind of ground. It's hard, it's cold, but it's solid. There's nowhere else to fall. And from that place, a choice emerges. It's not a grand, heroic decision made under spotlights. It's a quiet, desperate whisper in the dark. A choice to take one more breath. A choice to swing my legs out of bed when every fiber of my being screamed to stay hidden. It was the choice to say, no, not like this. The first steps were ugly. They were slow, painful, and clumsy. It was doing one push-up when I used to do 100. It was writing one sentence when I used to write chapters. It was making one sales call after 100 rejections. Every action was a scream of defiance against the voice that said, "You're finished. Just give up." It was a grueling, thankless battle fought in silence, with no one cheering from the sidelines. It was just me against myself, choosing to fight for a future I couldn't even see. Slowly, something began to shift. The pain didn't disappear. Instead, it changed its nature. Each tear, each drop of sweat, each moment of pushing through, the agony started to feel productive. It was like I was in a forge, and the pain was the hammer beating me into a new shape. The sharp edges of despair were being pounded into the clean lines of discipline. The question in my mind began to change. Why is this happening to me? Became, what is this teaching me? I realized this pain wasn't a punishment. It was a curriculum. The failure was teaching me humility. The struggle was teaching me resilience. The solitude was teaching me self-reliance. Every repetition, every attempt, every single agonizing step forward was a rep. Building a muscle I never knew I had. Mental fortitude. I started to see the setback not as a wall, but as a staircase. Each painful step was lifting me higher, giving me a perspective I could never have gained from the comfortable path I was on before. The day I reached the summit, the day I crossed the finish line, landed the new job, finished the project, wasn't what I expected. The cheering crowds, the validation, it was all there, but it felt distant. The real victory wasn't this external moment. I looked back, not at the peak I was standing on, but at the treacherous valley I had climbed out of. The real prize wasn't the trophy in my hand. It was the person who was holding it. The person who had learned to get up in the dark. The person who had learned to find strength in their scars. The person who had faced their deepest fears and walked through the fire. The goal I had been so obsessed with was just a destination, but the journey had remade me. I realized the breakdown wasn't the end of my story. It was the beginning of the real one. The failure wasn't a period. It was a comma. It was the plot twist that introduced the hero I was always meant to become. So listen to me. Wherever you are right now, whatever darkness you're facing, I want you to hear this. That pain you feel, that ache in your soul that tells you it's over, that is not your enemy. It is the raw material for your greatest strength. It is the chisel that is carving a masterpiece out of you. Don't run from it. Don't numb it. Lean into it. Let it teach you. The person you are becoming in this fire is more powerful than you can possibly imagine. This struggle is not breaking you. It is building you. The pain you feel today is the strength you will wield tomorrow. Hold on. Keep fighting. Your future self is waiting to thank you for it. Thank you for watching.